Right, the plates are on. I'm not too happy with their positioning, but I've put every single thing in the right location and checked, because I've found this does sometimes happen, but they just seem to be riding a little bit high. But anyway, that's where they go. Everything's been done according to the plans, the diagrams, the instructions, and the marks and bumps and lumps on the pieces themselves. Oh, I've lost me bit of track, but I've got another bit on. Wonder what I've done with that then. So, track on, or spare track on, and I've just got to get the spare wheels on, and then I'm going to have to paint the side panels, aren't I? Which should be fun, I would have thought. There we go. Almost virtually nearly there, approximately. I don't know why I took this picture, but anyway, there it is. Right, I think the paintwork is pretty much done. I haven't got the markings on yet, so there'll have to be a little bit of weathering blending in. But this is pretty much how I wanted it. I have taken a few gambles intentionally just to see how things come out. I'm allowing some bits on the wheels to be a little bit rough and ragged, or a little bit heavily highlighted, I think is what's actually going on. Don't want to mess with that quite yet. And I've even allowed a little bit that's been painted on. It's not something that hasn't been done. I've painted that on just to see how that goes. Not quite shine, but just to fold some of the colours into each other to give consistency. And I've tried to limit the number of colours but vary the shades. So a limited palette is what I've been aiming for. And there it is, looking monstrous. I still feel this is sitting a little bit high. And I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. I suppose if I find out it needs to be lower, I'm at the wrong angle anyway. If it needs to be lower, then I'll pop it off and do it again. But at the moment, that's how it's coming out, and that's, it's about making the model as it comes. Things like the limited palette, to try and keep everything low, are things like, I usually use Revel anthracite for tyres. I've just added a bit of brown, not a lot, so it's a browny dark grey, and the cap on the fire extinguisher and the handle are usually brass, but I've made that, I've mixed brass and bronze. Don't know if you can see. I'm not going to go zooming in because it's so small. I'll probably just wallop the model and break something off. Alright, talking of which, what's this? Oh, it's fixed, good, that's fine. So, just going to get the markings on and blend them in, and that'll be that. This is near to what I had in my mind's eye. Usually models make themselves, and paintings paint themselves, and colours do themselves, and I just follow along, and in the end things are somewhat different to what I expected. But this one's keeping within my mental image. I'm very pleased it's this model and this vehicle. I know it might not be to everybody's taste, but this is what I had in mind. Now, I'll be back in a second. Just gone the wrong way. Keep your eye on that one. Because at the same time I'm working on this one and I'm going backwards. So I've gone for a slightly deeper sand colour, just for variety, just to look at it and say, well, which one's which? I'm leaving patches of the brown coming through, and I've just put this gun, this bit wrong. It won't come off, you see. And I've just started scraping a little bit of weathering. I haven't actually finished with the colouring, but just working on the weathering. Because I just started working on this one and I saw a bit of footage of one of these, incidentally. I think it was on a very old, probably 1980s programme about D-Day. Bizarrely, the footage is clearly from Italy, so I might be wrong. But anyway. This one, we'll be moving on to this one shortly. The third one I'm not going to do for a while. Bit blowy today. So anyway, so far, we'll kind of dovetail from one to the other. Merge, fade, something like that. I have got shed loads of spray on my camera. And here we go. Photographic evidence that the plates are too high, and this is how they really should be. We'll come back to this image in later episodes because it's quite a remarkable one in many ways. And we're done. Markings on, a little bit of rust and a little bit of kind of wet weathering, but not a lot. And this is it. First thing is I went back over all kinds of photographs and I looked at the instructions, and at the last bit, which shows you where the markings go, the panels, the plates are definitely too high, which I knew already. But this is the way the models come out. So I'm going to leave it like that as a, I don't know, artifact again. And I double checked everything. I've put everything the right way up and everything in the right grooves and all sorts. So anyway, that's how it's come out. We will address this on the next model, I think. And then inevitably these are going to break off, so we'll see what happens over time. So as for things like the weathering, yeah, just a bit of, like, a little bit more rust on the tracks, a little bit more sort of splodgy on the edges of things near the wheels. And I made this side, particularly the plates, because obviously you got, you know, it's almost like an artist's canvas having these giant squares. I made this side just a little bit wetter and rustier. Only a bit. A little bit more streaky, I suppose. But apart from that, that's about all I've done. Oh, a few rusty nuts. And I have loved every minute of it. Let this be a lesson to all those over fiddly, over techie, daft models that are getting on my nerves and a few other people's by the look of it. Let's just take it easy, enjoy, and enter a different realm of consciousness. The modelling realm of consciousness, that is. As for the tank, what a beauty. What an absolute monster. It's tremendous. Let's just clip There. Great stuff. And somebody said, is that a Panzer IV chassis? Yes, indeed it is. One of the real workhorse chassis. Took absolutely everything. Very clever ideas these people came up with. So I'm pleased with that. This is, like I say, this is one of the few that's come out the way I had in my mind. So good, 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 good. I know it won't be to everybody's tastes, but well, you can't, you know, that's that, isn't it? So what's next? Well, I think we've finished off the guillotine. We're going to have to address the First World War, aren't we? In many different ways. There we are. Thanks for watching. Thanks for going through this one. Oh, the gun moves. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for experiencing this one with me. And I do hope you enjoyed it. As much as I did. You never know. I think I might put a different background in, just for 1 or 2 shots. But yeah, see you again soon. Well, I'm blinded by the sun, but hopefully this looks okay. Just to give it a little bit of depth and contrast, because we've got good light today. There. Just getting some views, just to see how things go. That's alright. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And there are a bunch of half-built things which I need to complete. But you know what? I think it's time to crack open a Hurricane again and just get back into one of those basic little beauties. And I do like the Hurricane. So yeah, put that on the list. We'll see that one come along at some point or another. And enjoy ourselves once again. So, thanks for watching. More soon, without a doubt. Oh, and just to give you an idea, one of those long-term work-in-progress jobbies. How's the model railway getting on? Yeah, it's looking like this. But look, let me show you. It's not just going to be model railway. So you will have to juggle conceptually with great big airplanes up in the sky and sort of 1830s, 40s and a few other eras down on the railway. That obviously won't be there. But yeah, welcome to the railway. Got some sky and backdrop to paint and then start laying things out. I think once that bit's done, the landscaping over that end shouldn't take too long. The landscaping over this end is going to be murder. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've said that so many times now, babbling and babbling, but you know, right. Oh, and then I'm working on laying out the made models. But that'll be a slow thing. So shut up, let people go, get on. Right, see you soon. I think in the next episode on these tanks I'll look into its characteristics a little bit more, but just reading the instructions it shows what a monster it is. Combat wheel, yeah, the thing fell down. Combat weight 30 tons. Its radius was 124 miles on road, 78 miles cross country, with a speed of 25 miles per hour on roads and 10 miles an hour cross country. in this thing. It was a beast. See ya.